Pixel Film Studios is one of the companies that is making these plugins for Final Cut to basically let's help one another, all of my sisters and brothers. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's help one another, all of my sisters and my brothers. Let's help one another, all of my sisters and my brothers. We can't make it in this world alone. We can't make it on our own. We need love and unity that will make a better community. Oh, let's help one another, all of my sisters and my brothers. Come on, let's help one another, all of my sisters and my brothers. Let's show love and respect. Always remember, never to forget, that together we stand and divided we fall. All for one and one for all. Oh, let's help one another, all of my sisters and my brothers. Come on and let's help one another, all of my sisters and my brothers. No matter what race, creed, or color, we all God's children, sisters and brothers. Let's put love in our hearts and get rid of hate. Understanding will be better if we communicate. All of my sisters and my brothers, my sisters and my brothers, we can help. We gotta help one another. All of my sisters and my brothers, all of my sisters and my brothers, all of my sisters, yeah. Come on, let's help. Yeah. Come on, let's help. All over the nation.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I was muted and I'm working this thing out. I am so excited to be with you all tonight. I am Tammy Padilla, and I'm here representing the Independent Gospel Artists Alliance helping others pursue endeavors. And so, as a member of the IGAA, I'm going to interview Mr. Dave Shirley, who you see here with me right now. He is here in California. I'm going to unmute his mic. Mr. Shirley, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing just great. How are you?
Can you hear me, Mr. Shirley, Dr. Shirley?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, I don't hear you.
Can you hear me?
We're having a little technical difficulties.
I don't think you hear. I don't think you can hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yes, how are you this evening?
Oh, I'm great. Good to be here with you and the rest of the world.
Good. I'm excited because I want you to tell all the people about who Mr. Dave Shirley has been and what he has continued to do, because you are phenomenal. Phil Carter interviewed you not too long ago, and you all talked about all the phenomenal things you have done. So if you could just tell us just an overview first of who you are, Mr. Shirley.
Well, I'm a singer, songwriter, and actor, and a child of the Almighty God.
Yes.
And I've been singing since I was 5 years old. I started singing in church, and my father's a minister,
Mhm.
and I used to go with him on several occasions and sing. And at 12 years old, I started singing with my first group and playing guitar. And from there, after finishing school, I went to college, and I got more off into the entertainment. And plus, I started working. Working a full-time job, which kept me from really being a full-time entertainer on the road. I became a aerospace engineer working for Boeing. Boeing Aerospace, working in the space station. That's where I retired at.
Okay.
But I continued doing my singing and ministering on the side. And here I am. I'm just still working for the
So,
kingdom,
Mr.
singing.
Shirley, I'm having a little technical difficulty here with the sound. I don't know what the problem is, so we're going to work through it. It's a sound thing with you, sir. You sound so good. I want the people to hear you.
Okay.
So I wanted to
Okay.
talk to you about starting out singing. I know in the summer, what were you doing in the summers as a youth?
Oh, as a youth, I, I was singing locally,
Mm-hmm.
but during the summer, I would visit my sister and my aunt back in Ohio, and
Mm-hmm.
I got with a group called the Trotman Brothers at that particular time,
Okay.
and we used to sing and rehearse locally, and they became the Roger Trotman and the Zap Band as they grew up.
Wow.
But
Okay. So
but I would only visit them. I would only visit them during the summer months, and I would come
okay.
back home.
So during the summertime, you were being a musician, and you were young then. How old were you then?
Oh, I was like probably about 13 or 14 at that particular time.
Okay. And did you play any instruments?
Yeah, I started playing guitar when I was like 12 years old for a local quartet group. And as time rolled on, I started playing guitar in church and playing for several different groups. And I also played trombone in high school. And I played trombone for another secular group for a while when I was in college.
Mhm.
But I kept playing guitar. I never put the guitar down until I started really singing out front as a front man. And I kind of put the guitar down at that particular time.
So have you, your guitar, you were playing the guitar as a youth, right?
Right.
And then as you got older, I know you played the trombone as well.
Right. I started out playing trombone in high school.
Okay, that is so phenomenal. And so as you got older, you went to through high school, you went through the process. What did you end up doing um, after high school?
After high school, I went to college.
Uh-huh.
And then after college, I moved to, I stayed in New York for a while. Then I moved to California. And then I started working. I worked as a machinist for a while. Then I got into aerospace. And I worked for Hughes Aircraft, from Hughes Aircraft to Raytheon, and from Raytheon to Boeing, which I ended up in the space station working as a space station engineer for Boeing.
Okay,
And
wait a minute. Let's stop right there because that right there is phenomenal. I mean, you went to college. What did you go to college for? You went to college to do what?
programming,
You went for programming.
right,
And then you ended up as an aerospace engineer.
right. Because actually, once I came to California, I took some engineering classes and some machinist classes.
Uh-huh.
So first, I started doing I became a machinist,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked a machinist for a while for another company, and then I was recommended to come to a Hughes Aircraft because I had already learned how to read blueprints and all that stuff.
Right.
So it was kind of easy for me to get into to Hughes. I worked at Hughes for a while, then from Hughes to Raytheon,
Uh-huh.
and I took a lot of other engineering classes. I went to El Camino. I went to some other training classes, and I started working at Boeing in the space station. And somebody asked me, said, "Man, how do you get into the space station?" I said, "Well, the God I serve, he has the key to all the doors, and he
Yes.
just made a way for me." And it was like history.
Wow. That is history. I mean, how many African
And actually,
Americans were
I didn't
there?
go to school for that.
You didn't go to school for that.
No, I didn't go to school to be a engineer,
Mm-hmm.
but doors open,
Right.
and I was able to do it because I was able to by me being able to read blueprints,
Mm-hmm.
and I took some engineering classes, and it wasn't hard for me to get into. So the good Lord just opened up the way, and I just fell right in.
So you're in college, you graduate, and you're now working at the Boeing. You've gone forth. Where's your music in all of this? What are you doing with your music during this time?
During that time,
Mm-hmm.
well, during that time, I was just on the side, on the side, I was singing,
Uh-huh.
and I played guitar for some groups, and I did some recording for some groups. I sang with I recorded a song with James Cleveland in the International Northern and Southern California Choir. We did a song called "My God Is Wonderful."
Mm-hmm.
So I was singing on the side. I was working full time, but I was always singing, going to church and singing. So I just kept, and plus I was doing some plays too. I did some fabulous acting because I played Sam Cooke in the Inquest of Sam Cooke.
Okay.
I was doing all of this during this time while I was working. I was working on this. I was doing all this on the side.
Okay. So
But
you going to work and acting
oh
and
yeah,
singing.
oh yeah. I just got to keep busy. I guess I got to keep moving. I got to keep climbing that ladder. So I did Precious Lord. I did the Thomas Dorsey story, Precious Lord.
Hmm.
The Inquest of Sam Cooke. That's the Sam Cooke story. I did Is There a Preacher in the House?
Right.
God is trying to tell you something. Uncle Fletcher's Money. That's just some of the plays that I worked in. I worked in some other plays too.
You have done it all. Let me ask you, Mr. Shirley, why or what stopped you from letting the job go and pursuing your music career? Because you were affiliated with a lot of popular groups. Do, can you name some of those groups that you were affiliated with back then, and then you can tell me why why you didn't just do music all the time?
Oh yeah, I work with some of the big names in the business. I work with the Temptation because I rehearsed with the Temptation because I was gonna be like a standby for them in case someone wasn't able to show up for a gig. I work with this Delphonics.
Hmm.
I work with a group called the Magic Notes. I work with the Platters,
Oh wow.
and I even played guitar for Aretha Franklin. She sang at this church that I was attending. I was one of the musicians there, so I was able to play guitar behind her.
Wow.
And I don't work with Stevie Wonder
Oh,
and go.
you have a long list.
I mean, it's a whole. I I forgot most of the folks I worked with. Been so many. But
Wow.
actually, I could have been on the road full time, but since I had a very good job and I was financially well taken care of, so I didn't want to quit my job.
Mm,
So
I do
I kept
understand.
working, kept working,
Where
and I'm so happy I did because after I retired, see, right now I'm pretty much set in life.
you
I don't
sitting
have to
pretty,
worry.
huh?
If I don't do another gig, I'm fine.
See, that's the life right there when you don't have to worry about whether you do or you don't. You're set.
Yeah,
So
because
you've
it was
done the
about preparation.
gigs. Say it one more time, sir.
I said
Sorry.
it was about preparation. You know what I mean?
Right. And I think sometimes we in this generation now we don't prepare like your generation did. We don't think about that retirement stage. But you have. When did you retire from the aerospace, Boeing?
Uh, about 5 years ago.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, congratulations on that. You still, as they would say in married life, a newlywed in retirement. But you've been enjoying that. So what have you been doing since you retired?
Oh, I've been doing some studio work, been
Hmm.
doing I've been singing, doing some shows, concerts, events, and
Okay.
doing a lot of. Let's keep him busy in the entertainment field.
Right.
I also
You
worked in some stage plays and stuff like that. Just keep him busy.
you are busy, but let me just tap on this point for a minute, Mr. Shirley. You were a part of the IGA's Thanksgiving pre-celebration, and I was able to see you sing and dance. You were moving those feet.
Really?
Yes, you were moving those feet. I felt like you were a little held back, so you couldn't get out like you wanted to. Probably had to walk around the stage a little bit more. Was that because they were filming?
Uh huh.
So
Yeah,
you like
yeah.
to dance still?
That's true. Well, that's part of me. You know, I got to be able to move, and
Right.
I got pep in my step. And still got glide in my stride. So I gotta let it go.
I know that's right. So Mr. Shirley, I know that you have written as well. You've written some songs, right?
Oh yes.
So tell me about your latest project.
The latest project right now is Reflection of Dave Shirley.
Mm-hmm.
That's the latest project that we have right now. And
What,
on
what,
on, on that particular project, I'm doing I'm doing songs like "Beings of Heaven." I also put "Let's Help One Another" on there.
uh-huh.
If I had a hammer, prayer changes things. I'm doing a
Okay.
hallelujah praise. I'm doing a lot of songs on there.
And what's your favorite song that you have out right now? That is that the which one is that?
My favorite probably probably is "Let's Help One Another" and "Beings of Heaven."
Mm-hmm. And what was it about Let's Help One Another? What made you write that?
Well, I want to write a song that would encourage and inspire people to do better
Uh-huh.
and love one another, So I wanted to write a song that people really can relate to, that was going to make a difference in their lives as far as being the best they could be. So I came up with "Let's Help One Another" because I believe if we all show love and help one another, it'll make the world a better place to live in. So
I'm
that's where I
telling
came
you,
up with that particular song.
that is what we need right now. I've listened to it for a couple of times. I have enjoyed it. And right now, during this pandemic and our nation being in the state of where it is, that song is so relevant that we need to help one another. Absolutely. And so I'm going to ask you your favorite song. What was your favorite engagement like with the artist when you were traveling? Like, give me one of your most memorable moments while you were out there.
Uh, I would say one of my most memorable moments was when I when I played behind Aretha Franklin. Really,
Okay.
I just to play behind the Queen, that was such an honor. And I would never forget that particular time
Wow.
when the Queen was performing and I was playing guitar. I said, "Wow, this is really got to be um, a moment you'll never forget." And
Right.
there was a lot of other ones too, but that's just one that sticks out.
That's the one that sticks out to you. And were you supposed to be playing for her that night, or did you just happen to be in the right place at the right time?
No, I was one of the musicians that was gonna play.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I was in the right place.
Okay. So, have you been traveling much in this last 5 years of retirement? I know you're acting, but has there been any travel for you? Not
Well,
recently.
actually, haven't been a whole lot of travel,
Mhm.
especially this year. That there haven't been any travel this year. But
Yes,
I,
none
I
this year.
but I did some traveling a few years back. We traveled with a play,
Okay.
Uncle Fletcher's Money. We traveled with that for a while.
So, Mr.
And
Shirley, I go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Go ahead. Let me let you finish because I have a question for you.
okay, I tr- I traveled with a play called Uncle Fletcher's Money. We did that for a while,
Okay.
and I did some engagement, singing engagement. I went back east and did some things back there,
Hmm.
and basically that's been pretty much it.
That's
Doing local engagement and a few out of town engagement
hmm
just to keep busy.
right. Well, it sounds like you're doing pretty well. But I wanted to go back and find out how did you get into acting? Because that you're uh, a brilliant man working in Boeing, dealing with aerospace. You're a musician, singer, writer. How was that transition into acting?
Well, actually, I was singing at this church, and I was doing a Sam Cooke song,
Hmm.
And there was a producer there in the audience. He wanted someone to play Sam Cooke
Mm-hmm.
in a show that he was producing. And he heard me sing. And after service, he came to me and said, man, you sound just like Sam Cooke. So
What?
he said, I'm doing this play. I'd like for you to, I'd like for you to come and do a audition take for me. He said, but you sound just like Sam Cooke.
Wow.
So from, so I went by on one of their rehearsals, and he said, man, you got the part.
Wow. Just like that.
Just like that. And from there, there was there's other things that came up. People heard me singing and acting, so it was just a matter of just moving on into other arenas as far as acting going on.
Wow, that is awesome. So you mentioned singing. You brought that up. And I know that's why we're here because you are a singer. I want to, have a little fun with you. You up for a little fun with me tonight?
Oh, why not?
No, why not? I love it. I love it.
Why not?
So I think what we're gonna do, I'm gonna throw you I'm gonna throw you a word or two. And if you could sing a couple of lines about that word, we'll see how that goes. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make it easy, and I'm gonna throw out the word help, and you're gonna sing what?
Let's help one another. All of my sisters and brothers.
All right. Come on here. Come on, Mr. Shirley. All
Huh?
right. I'm gonna throw out love.
Everybody need love, 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 love. Makes the world a better place. We need love.
Yes. Okay. So let me throw out one more. One more. Sunshine.
Oh, you are my sunshine. Yeah, you are my sunshine. You are my sunshine. On a cloudy day, you roll the clouds away. You're my sunshine.
So I'm saying, wow, beautiful voice. I mean, strong. It's you bringing it, Sam Cooke. Can you give me another say? Give me a Sam Cooke, one of your Sam Cooke from the play.
Oh, yeah. I was born by the river
Woo!
in a little tent. Oh, and just like the river, I've been running ever since. Been a long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Oh, yes, it will.
Woo! Yes. Thank you, sir. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have to make more people do that. That was awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you
So
welcome.
we have about 3 minutes left. I want to know what you would tell the independent gospel artists out there and other people. What words of encouragement can you leave with them tonight?
Okay, I would tell them, first of all, put your trust in God.
Mhm.
Pray and never give up on your dream. Keep on doing what you love to do. Don't let nobody put no doubt in your mind.
Mhm.
Just do it with a passion. Don't give up. Keep the faith. Keep working at it. No matter how dark it may seem, because the sun will shine if you just keep on working at it, and everything will be okay.
Everything will be okay. Keep working at it. Just keep working at it.
You're working at it.
Oh my goodness.
Keep the
Well,
faith.
sir, go ahead. You were getting ready to say something?
Yeah, I'm saying keep the faith in God
Hmm.
and just don't give up.
Yes, that's the key. Keeping the faith in God and not giving up. And
Right.
your life, sir, has definitely mimics what you're saying. You have kept the faith and you've kept working and you're still working and enjoying it, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's still good.
That is awesome. And looks like you have the weather's nice out there, right? Today?
Oh yeah. We enjoy some good sunshine, 7 degrees, about 75-degree weather.
Okay.
Good old beach weather, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
And
Yes.
I understand you guys are still in still in the wintertime, right?
We are in the winter and it was raining earlier tonight, quite a downpour. So
Oh my goodness.
it's not the same. So
I
you
feel
just
bad for you.
enjoy
I
the
feel bad
sunshine
for you.
for us.
Just stay inside. Stay safe.
Yes. So I'm going to say to you, Dr. Shirley, thank you so much. I keep calling you a doctor. Maybe you have another something else coming. You
Boy,
think?
you never know. But
Well,
I thank you. I really enjoyed being with you
yes, thank you
today.
so much for joining us. And we look forward to all that you're going to be doing. And we're going to leave the door open so the next time you have something coming up, you can come back and sit with us and share what's new happening in your life. So many
Great.
blessings to you tonight. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Have a
you
good
for
evening.
thank you for having me. God bless you.
God bless you.